Hello, I am writer, director, producer, editor, composer, and actor on Traumatic Possession, which we've retitled From Trauma. I'm here to talk today about the past 5 years of my life. April 6th will be the 5th anniversary of me becoming, what I feel is a filmmaker. And 5 years ago, we debuted my first short film, which was Maze of Thought. And it was disastrous. Basically to sum it up, the whole experience, get proper permits when shooting. Because if you don't have that, you can get detained by security and they can erase all your film and all your hard work. Because that's what happened. And I took it as a lesson learned. And it was quite an experience because we rushed it. We shot it all that day and I was walking around with the camera and they saw me and were like, uh-oh. What's he doing? Why is he walking around with a camera? Detain him. And, they had the police on me and everything. And I was just like, wow. So I took that as a lesson learned. And then I didn't do another short film for about 3 years. We did Crisis in 2008. We shot it in February 2008. And we had it finished on February 29th, which was the leap year that year. And we had it air a month later on Hawaiian television on March 31st through April 12th. And that was something I was really proud of because it was like, that's my work on television. And it was 4 minutes of just wow. And, it was like, I can't believe I did that, And I'm very proud of it, and it's probably my favorite short film out of the 3 that I've done. The next short film I did was Truth and Meanings, and there was a bit of a disaster with that. It's got a story behind it on why it's not as good as, Crisis, which is my second one. And pretty much, one of the teachers I knew in my film class knew a director and wanted to do something and was looking for new material and ended up, coming to me about it and talking about, hey, let's work together and try to come up with something. And I had written 25 pages for Truth and Meanings, and we ended up only shooting 5 pages worth. And it came out to about 6 minutes in length. And I don't want to say that it was bad, but at the same time it was not good. Because they wanted to turn it into this backwards type comedy where the main character is like this loser who doesn't really know jack. And it clouded my way of thinking on how I wanted it to be done. Because even though they were looking to adapt this into a full-length feature, this was still me doing my work. And this was my vision that was getting tampered with. And I realized that, if I am doing this, if I am in charge of all of it, I can honestly give you a better product, instead of someone tampering with it. And I think if that was the case, Truth and Meanings would have probably been the best short film I had ever done out of, Maze of Thought and Crisis. And then early 2009, I had written 2 screenplays. I had written Damien Frost, The Killer Without a Face, and Maze of Thought, which was a full-length adaptation of that short film. So basically I turned 100 pages from the original 4-page screenplay that I wrote. I know, crazy. So 1 page equals 25 pages if you really think about it. And, I did a year of college during that time, and it wasn't working out, and I decided to try to do something productive while I was there, and turn to others, and yeah, that went really, really great. Yeah. All the producers backed out on me at the last minute, And then I had moved back to the mainland, and I was really in rough shape. And I tried the last 6 months out of 2009 to get possibly Maze of Thought up and going and try to have it ready for 2010. And that didn't end up happening. Tried to get actors together, tried to get a crew, and nothing. And there was also personal issues involved. I was having a rough time adapting to my life, trying to be independent on my own, and everything else involved with, trying to be independent and so on. And we just didn't get it done, and Maze of Thought never happened. And 2010 came. 2010 has been both good and bad. And we've got this film shot. We've got Traumatic Possession almost finished. On Friday, April 2nd, I wrapped up my scenes of the film. My 45 minutes of film, my 45 minutes of length on that film is completed. And we're going to be working on the sound here. We also got to film all my actresses' scenes, which we can knock out probably in a few weeks. Not that longer. Maybe in a weekend we can get it done. But, we were originally going to be debuting it April 2nd, and we ended up losing that. And our venue that was going to be screening it didn't pay their rent or something like that, and they ended up getting, shut down. So, guess who got screwed over on that? But luckily, it didn't cost me any money. And also, my health has been bad too, which has also caused several delays. Because we originally started shooting back on Valentine's Day, and it was just like, I had to deal with my health, and, there's been times where it was like, I wanted to get up and go shoot, but, my health was like, basically making me stay in bed all day. And, I'm happy that I've got my film done. I've got my scenes for the film completed. That is a big accomplishment for me. And, dealing with that and trying to get it finished, and, it's been a fun ride. There's been a lot of bad, mainly bad. There's also been good with it, and I'm proud of everything. I want to thank my family and my friends and all the viewers, even if you watched it and didn't like it. I thank you for taking the time to actually look at it. We're getting ready to start production on the next movie. We're probably going to start shooting maybe in June. We've got 3 different scripts in the works. We got one that's completed, we got one that's 40 pages down, and we got one that's in the treatment stages right now. And I want to thank everybody who's gotten me here to this point. I want to thank all my film teachers, because you've all helped me achieve what I've wanted to do since I was 4 years old. And I'm here. I'm at where I'm at now, and I want to thank everybody. And look for Traumatic Possession hopefully coming soon within the next coming months, because we got possible distribution lined up, and we'll hope to have it out soon. And happy Easter, and hope you all enjoy your weekend.